to Don Concannon. Don Concannon of Hugoton, Kansas, is an example of a life that I admire and respect so much. And he exemplifies in so many ways folks from my home state of Kansas. And it's a tribute to the folks at home who get so involved in their local communities. They volunteer at school, they serve on their church board, they get involved in public service. Kansans are always looking for ways to improve the lives of those around them, their friends and neighbors and people they don't even know. One of those persons, one of those Kansans, is our former Republican State Party Chairman, Don Concannon. We lost a great man, a strong advocate, and a dedicated public servant when Don recently passed away. Don grew up on a farm in southwest Kansas and graduated from Garden City High School in 1945. Early on in life, Don began serving our country when he joined the U.S. Navy and fought in the South Pacific during World War II. After the war, Don graduated from Washburn Law School in 1952 and moved to Hugoton to practice law. Didn't take long for him to get involved in his new community because 1 month after his arrival, Don was elected the Stevens County Attorney and went on to serve the county for a number of years in that role. That same year, Don married Patricia June Davis and spent the next 49 years by her side before her passing in 2001. Don later remarried his wife of the past 10 years, Sharon Collins. As a young man, Don became interested in politics, and at the age of 32, Don was elected chairman of the Kansas Young Republican Federation. In the following year, Don served as chairman of the Kansas presidential electors for the presidential election between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon. And then from 1968 to 1970, Don served as the chair of the Kansas Republican Party. His zeal for politics never faded, and it kept him involved for many years, chairing committees in support of his favorite candidates. He even put his name on the ballot one year for governor, but fell short by just 530 votes in a primary. As a longtime Kansas resident, Don was well known and respected by many throughout our state, but especially in southwest Kansas. He was such a strong advocate for rural Kansas and the special way of life that we enjoy in small communities across our state. Through his service on several committees, Don focused on the future of Kansas, on the future of rural Kansas. And he helped make certain that the next generation can return to the towns and communities that we all call home. From his participation in Kansas politics to his public service career, Don was always looking for ways to serve his fellow Kansans and improve their lives. In recognition of that service, Don was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award by Washburn Law School in 2010. His family and friends described him as someone whose generosity, enthusiasm, and overall optimism toward life touched the lives of so very many. It has been said that Don had the character of one in a million, and that he did not just participate in life, but made life happen. Don had the unique ability to connect with just about anyone, but he was especially revered by his family and friends who looked up to him in so many ways. Don lived each day to its fullest, and his commitment to his fellow man serves as an inspiration. I extend my heartfelt sympathies to his wife Sharon, his son Craig, his daughter Deborah, and his many grandchildren. I know they loved him dearly and will miss him greatly. I ask my colleagues and all Kansans to remember the Concannon family in their thoughts and prayers in the days ahead.